So RainPoint sent me this solar irrigation system with a mini box hub. I'm about to open it, and it also includes this outdoor air humidity sensor. So here you see me unboxing everything. The humidity sensor, that requires 2 AA batteries, not included. And this is the mini box hub, which is basically the brains of the system. You connect that to your Wi-Fi, and that will pair with the sensor and the solar pump. And you operate that through an app on your phone. Or you can do it manually as well. Here you see the tubing, all the accessories you need. The connectors are in there. There's a water filter and an anti-backflow, which you'll see in a moment. And yeah, the setup was pretty easy. The diagram is very helpful. If you're like me, I'm visual. I need to see the layout for it to make sense to me. And yeah, putting everything together was pretty easy. That came in very handy, and you'll see why in a second. So here's the quick start guide, and this may help to make this seem simpler to you guys. First of all, this connects to Wi-Fi. You can get the app to control the pump, by the way, if I didn't say that before. So you have to download the app to connect the Wi-Fi water pump, and then you can hook everything up to your phone so that you can set up watering schedules, timer, that type of thing. But let's focus on the important part, the pump installation. So this is the pump right here. Sorry, trying to get it to stay upright. This is going to hook, let me show you the back. This you will hook onto the bucket of water that you have in the room. And you see there's a set button. And then I guess maybe that's the start button, a manual maybe. We'll go into that. In will be the tube where the tube of water, the tube from the water will come into the unit. And then the out will be where you run the tubing out to each plant that you want to water. And this diagram really helps. But before I get to that, the important thing to remember is there's a water filter that will go into your bucket to filter that water that's coming into the system. And then this is the anti-backflow valve. You don't want that water to back up into your bucket. You know, you want it to go in one direction. So that's another thing. You want to hook this up to your one that's coming from the lower section, the out tubing. All right, so that's two things to remember. And then when you set it up, this will be connected to the bucket of water. You can hang it on the bucket of water. There's the filter, the water filter, that will be on the inside. And then you run the tubing to each plant. So you have these little T connectors. I'm not sure if that's what you call them, but you're going to run the tubing into this side, and then it's going to run out that side. But this will go toward the plant that you're trying to water. And you can connect between here and here, the tubing from here to this thing, and stick this into the soil. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And you just run it along. You can do up to 10 because you have 10 of these things. And that's a lot. So I'm in my plant room right now. And right off the bat, I think I'm going to test it out with my peace lilies because, you know, those little drama queens need water more often. I have one here. That's the Jessica that has reverted, by the way. That's another story for another video. And then I have my domino cactus up there. Sorry for the light if it's shining. she's really starting to put on some beautiful variegation. And I also have another one here that the leaves are looking weird, but anyway, my peace lilies, I'm thinking maybe a couple of the pothos plants. I'm just kind of looking around the room. I'm going to set it up with a few first just to see how it works and test it out for a while, and then we'll see. So at the end of the line, you want to use the tubing end cap. So you want that, this one here is the end cap. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with drip irrigation outside, but it's just basically the same thing. Okay guys, so here is how this is set up. Here I have the bucket of water. For now, this is what I'm going to use. Of course, I'll get something larger. You see where the filter is. So as it draws up the water in here, it's going to come out. Here's the little T connector. And I just cut the tubing and put it in each section. And then in here, we put this in the pot. I want to push that on a little bit better. I don't know that it's all the way on there. And then I ran another one here. Same situation, use the T connector and put it in there. And this is just a demonstration. This is where the end of it is. And I just tested it to make sure that there was water coming out before I put this end cap on. You want to make sure that it's able to flow. Now this thing here, I feel like I could have cut the tube in a little bit longer, maybe. I don't know. It's just curling up a little bit, but it works. Here we go. So this is the manual button. You can hear it starting to do its thing. Can you see the water flowing? I can see it. Can you see that? Now, I don't know that that's supposed to drip from there. I'm going to push it on a little bit better, but there is water flowing inside. You see that? And let's check here. This one's a little harder. So I set it up with my peace lilies. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so it's a nice slow drip. So you make sure you push that in there by the base of the plant, or where the roots are actually. You want to imagine where the roots are. Now, why did it stop? Sounds like it stopped. Maybe that's just temporary. So once you set up the app on the phone, you can go on and control the solar hub as well as the humidity air sensor. You can set up a plan for frequency of watering. It's really easy to use, very simple from beginning to end. The whole process is pretty user-friendly. I definitely recommend this if you're planning a vacation, and I highly recommend it for people who have lots of plants like myself. I think I'm going to use this on a regular just to make my life easier. So here I was just testing the unit. I'd set it up on the app to turn on at 6 o'clock. And here it is. It's running. You could feel it flowing into the tubing. And you could hear it kick on. So that should just be for about 30 seconds. And then it cuts off. So it works. I love it. Okay, so that wasn't bad at all. Losing my marshmallows. That wasn't bad. Hooked that up pretty quickly. And I think it's going to make my life a little easier. So if you're interested, discount code will be linked below. And let me know what you think. Do you think this will be helpful to you in your routine plant care? Talk to you later. Gonna enjoy this hot chocolate right now and staring at the fire a little bit. Have a good one, guys. Bye.